Now this video is going to look kind of weird because half of it was shot during the day and it was very windy outside, so it's hard to hear there. And the parts I filmed inside this hotel had an air conditioner on the entire time, so it's really a distracting background noise. But hey, deal with it. Hey, and thanks for escaping normal life with me. I hope you can hear me okay. I'm in the lobby of a hotel. I came in here because it's just dreary, rainy, and cold outside, and this hotel has free Wi-Fi, it has electricity, it has heat, and it has a table I can get some editing done. But this all makes for a really great backdrop because all of this was free, and I'm going to show you how you can save money when you're on the road too. I am not unfortunately making any money right now, so for me, any good deal is hard to pass up. And that starts with finding a great place at night at a great price. Now, of course, the first thing people think about when they're on the road is, where am I going to sleep tonight? And there's a couple apps I actually use. I use Campendium, iOverlander, Freeroam, and Recreation.gov. Campendium is a great app because not only do they offer a mobile version, but also a desktop version. You can narrow down by city, by the name of the actual park you want to stay at. I love the fact that you can narrow down by public lands, RV parks, or if you just want to stay in a parking lot somewhere. And I'm not quite sure why you'd want to stay at a dump, but it's an option. If you're looking to spend money, then great, they have that option. You can spend as much as you want. But if you're looking to save money, like me, you can just click on free, and it narrows down all the options in the area. When you find a place that you like, you can actually read reviews about them. You can see what the cell phone reception is. You can look at pictures. So Campendium is a great option. Another app I use a lot is iOverlander. Now iOverlander has really got a great narrow search. You can narrow things down by wild camping, established campgrounds, if you're looking for more stealth camping like in a city, again, parking lots, Walmarts, things like that. But you can also find laundromats and you can find showers. Another app I sometimes use is one called Freeroam. Now Freeroam seems to have a lot on it. Sometimes I feel like it's just any old little spot on the side of the road, so I don't use it all the time. But what I do love about Freeroam is that you can actually narrow down your search, not just by name of the park or maybe how much you want to spend, or if you're looking for things like electricity or water hookups, but you can actually do a search for things like cell phone service, how crowded that park or area is, even the safety of it, which I really liked. So sometimes I'll use maybe a site like Campendium or iOverlander, one of those apps, and then I cross-reference it with maybe Freeroam to see what the cell phone service is like in an area or how safe that particular area seems. Another app or website I use a lot of is Recreation.gov. Now, I haven't found any free things on Recreation.gov. They're usually all paid for sites. But when I'm looking for a break from the weather and I need a hot shower and maybe some electricity, I always go straight to Recreation.gov. The cool thing about Recreation.gov is, just like the others, you can actually type in a specific name of a park or city and do a search that way. You get little maps of the area so you can spot out which site you actually want to book at. Usually there's pictures uploaded as well. And recently I discovered that if you have an America the Beautiful pass for all the national parks, you can actually use that on their website and get a discount. So the campsite I just stayed at, which was normally $30 a night, was 50% off. So I got it for $15. So it's kind of like a BOGO, I thought. Buy one, get one almost. And speaking of places to camp, sometimes there's just not a park or a great campsite in the area. You're in a city and you need to just stay in the city. Talk to people. I actually end up talking to a cop in a little town called New Braunfels, And I just asked him, where's a good place to camp? Where's a good place to park for the night? I'm just traveling through town. I'm gonna be here for a night. I just need a good place to sleep. And he kind of pointed out some places, let me know. I asked him if it was okay to stay, say, in a parking lot somewhere, and he said it's fine. Another place I just found was an aquatic center, and I asked the manager, would it be okay if I just parked here for tonight? And he said it was okay. So just ask people. Sometimes it's as simple as that. Now, when you're on the road, you know that finding a shower is as good as gold, especially a free one. I found 2 places here in Corpus Christi that have hot showers. They're both at community pools. You can swim in the pool for free and take a nice hot shower. I'll put the links down in the description below of where you can get to these parks if you're ever in this area, but they've been fantastic, a real gem when you're on the road. I know a lot of people will tell you that a gym membership at $30 a month will give you free showers when you're on the road, and that's great for a lot of people. For me, it was just an added expense every month, and to be honest with you, I'm usually in a little bit more wild camping. I'm not always in cities like this, so finding a gym is a little bit hard to come by. I didn't think that the $30 a month was really going to warrant that I was really going to use that much, so it didn't really work out for me, but for a lot of people it works out great, so that's another option you could use. Now this next one might be a bit of a little moral dilemma, it's up to you. But I have a cooler, and that means it needs to be filled with ice occasionally. Now you can go buy ice, which is only about $2, maybe as much as $3, but it starts to add up if you have to get it every 4 or 5 days. Well, that's where vending machines at hotels come in. I have been known one time or two to go in there with my cooler and fill it up with ice. Now I know it's frowned upon, and I know you should be staying there just to get the ice, I get it. But, you know, ice adds up after a while. You're going to be spending quite a lot every month on it. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. It's free. Same goes for water. I really haven't had much of a problem finding a place to get more water from. A lot of places like parks and hotels have had places to fill up your water. So I haven't had any problems filling up my water, actually. I was just recently in a little sandwich shop, and I just asked the lady, would you be okay if I filled up my hydro flask full of water? And she said, yeah, that's no problem. So I just went over to the fountain and filled it up. I didn't bring like my big jug of water in there or anything, but just ask sometimes. Now, speaking of free, if you like coffee, you're gonna love this next one. Panera Bread has a coffee deal that runs you $9 a month, and you can get unlimited coffee all month long. And when I say unlimited, I mean every 2 hours you can get whatever size coffee you want. And the best part is, when you sign up, everyone gets the first 3 months for free. Now I've already had it for 3 months, so I was about to go online and cancel it because honestly, I have coffee with me and I can make it every morning. I was just signed up because it was free for the first 3 months. But when I went online to cancel it, they actually had a pop-up that said, wait, don't cancel yet, here's another 3 months for free. So I'm getting 6 months of free coffee on the road, which is pretty nice. It's honestly not the best coffee in the world, and it's just normal everyday coffee. You're not going to be able to get lattes or cappuccinos, but hey, free is free. The cool thing about that as well is you got a place that you can go indoors when it's cold outside, raining, and I've actually gone in there with my phone, my laptop, my smartwatch, and just used the electricity there to charge up my devices. Now, when you're out here traveling, one of the things that you're probably going to do is do some sightseeing, right? You want to get out and see the town. Well, you can't always be out spending money on those things. Sometimes they cost money. So that's where just a good old-fashioned Google search comes in. I usually just get online, type in free things to do in blank city, and there you go. Comes up with a bunch of hits on things you can do in that area. TripAdvisor has also been another great app I've used a lot to find anything to do in any city, whether it's free or costs money. It's been a great way to plan out things I want to go do when I get to a city that I'm looking at. Now, when you're driving all the time, of course, gas is going to be an issue. So you want to save as much money on that gas as you can. This is probably no big secret, but Gas Buddy, the app. It's been a great way to find gas on the road at different prices. You can map out where a gas station is going to be if you know you're going to be in that area, and price compare, see which one is good for you. When it comes comes down to getting the best deal on something, don't be scared to shop for pricing. I recently had to start looking at big heavy jackets because I knew I was going to be in some colder climates. So I went to REI and I went to some other big name places, and all their jackets are great, but all their jackets are like $250, $300. Some of them are even more expensive than that. So I recently found an outlet center that had a North Face store, and I went in there and found a $260 jacket for $105 off. So I saved a lot of money. Got a nice big winter heavy coat, and I saved a lot of money doing it. The next one may not become as a big shock to anybody, but of course, cooking as much as you can versus eating out. Duh, right? Well, whenever you're cooking, I usually cook on a propane stove. Well, if I don't have to, I try to use firewood if I can, especially if I'm at a campsite. Firewood is not only cheaper, obviously, you're not spending money on propane all the time, but it gives that cool camping vibe, right? Who doesn't want to cook over an open fire when you're at your campsite? It just kind of adds to the whole thing. Are you traveling full-time? What's your favorite ways to save money while on the road? Let me know in the comments below. Keep watching my other videos for tips, advice, and entertainment, and we'll see you in the next one.